Lorna Jane is a fully electric Cygnus GM21 that was built in 1979. This boat's now covered 1,500 miles. I have averaged 7 hours working time a day, and it's covered roughly on average 24 miles a day. It has an overall steaming range of 60 miles, and in bad conditions that might drop down to 45 miles. This is an artist's impression of the boat, not to scale. 4 panels, 5 batteries, 120 kilowatt motor. That's the concept. So I can talk you through the systems in the boat. The batteries, which are below decks, are the main hub, and from that they take power from the solar panels and they put power to the motor, which is at the back of the boat, but that goes through the different control boxes. They also power all the electronics, and you can put shore power into the boat. It's far easier to explain that on a diagram. I'll start off going through all the systems. We'll start with the batteries. Right, so we have got battery bank. There's a 48 volt battery bank and 45 kilowatt hours of battery storage. So then we need to work out what's coming in. So sunshine goes to solar. Goes to control box. Then we've also got the option of shore power. That goes to a charger. So that fills the battery up. Then on the outside of the battery, we'll go to control box. And you don't really need to know what the control boxes do. They just take the power and make it usable for the different appliances. And in this case, we've got a 20 kilowatt motor. Another outlet would be the hauler. So this is the power pack for the hauler. It's a very familiar hydraulic pump that works the Spencer Carter hydraulic system. And it's powered by an electric motor. Clean, dry, no fuel and no noise. We have the 12 volt charger, and from the 12 volt we can have lighting. You've got your spreaders and your spotlights for night time, your nav, your white and your red for fishing. Instruments. And then also we have inverter, which makes 240 volt. And from that we can power the kettle, heater, and that's kind of covers the whole system. So again, that's not any more complicated than you would be kind of familiar with. Again, there's not a lot of moving parts, so the maintenance side of that is definitely less. So this readout here gives me the humidity and temperature settings that's in the wheelhouse for 59 degrees humidity and 15.6 degrees centigrade. And then if I go into the batteries, we're 54% humidity and 17.2 degrees. So there's a tiny bit of heat in the batteries, but very, very little. The temperature and humidity meter is an MCA requirement. It alarms when there's an increase in temperature or a change in humidity. And we can get that same horsepower with a fraction of the noise from an electric engine.
What revs is that?
250.
Wow.
Repair side of things, most of the things that you would have in the boat are familiar systems. So there's not a great deal of difference in the day-to-day running, except none of the components in this boat require regular maintenance. So what's transpiring for me here is that after using the boat for a period of time, there is so little maintenance. There is very little of this boat that needs looked after. I've got clean hands and I've got no tools, and I'm down in the battery room. Pretty much the only time I have to go in there is to show people. It's not for maintenance. So operating an electric boat it's more of a psychological problem for people than a practical problem. The boat works at a commercial and competitive level, so that's about your attitude towards it. I want this to work and it's working for me.